Okay, hello. It is only Oracle here today with another pick a card reading. How are you doing? So, today's question, or more like statement we're answering, is what they want to say. I want you to keep in mind as you come to this reading, this is more than likely from an ex. It's a no contact separation reading. So if you are asking about someone from your past, or someone from your past more than likely has a message for you. When I was beginning to channel for this, I felt more like this is the things that they want to say to you. So whether it's because you're not talking or you've cut them off or whatever the case is, like this is what I feel some were unable to say, some want to say to you, and some wish they had said when they were with you. So we're just going to get the messages as they come. There are 4 piles here today. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Take a second, see which one calls to you, and then I will see you at your timestamp. Bye. So hello, pile 1. If you picked the romantic feelings card, then this is going to be a reading from a message from the no contact separation person. So I asked you guys before, and someone said in the comments they prefer pre-pulled cards. So I will still shuffle other ones on deck, or on camera, but here are the ones that are already done. So we had the Page of Wands come out, the Devil, the World in reverse, 2 of Cups in reverse, and the 5 of Cups in reverse. So I feel like your person wants to tell you they're addicted in some way to like bad habits. I just see someone, or they've turned away from you to go towards things that aren't really good for them. Like there's this idea of toxicity that is prevalent from them that I feel like they want to apologize for, but they also at this point, I'm hearing at this point I'm unwilling to correct it. Like I'm unwilling to take the chains off of me doing whatever I'm doing, or chasing whatever I'm chasing, or being addicted to the things I'm addicted to. So a lot of them this could be that they maybe cheated, or even if they didn't, that they prioritize like sex, money, drugs, or something over your relationship. I definitely see that. Like they valued their vices over the virtues. And that's kind of where they're at right now. And they're not done with that. I almost feel like they're just getting started with all the toxic things they're doing. Like with this Page of Wands going into the Devil, it's like they're just beginning to dip their toe into how much more they're going to do. And like they don't feel finished with that. So this may be a while before you guys get back together, because I do see they value, it's like they see you, and they value your love, but they value, like right now they just value this toxic stuff more. I just keep being drawn to the Devil card. Like they are really being tempted, and I think tested in a lot of ways, and they're taking the bait, and they're not even, for some of them they may not be aware of it, but others they're very aware of what they're doing. They just don't want to stop. It's kind of like when you have an addiction, it's like the first step is admitting you have an addiction. And it's like, for some of them, that's the problem. But for others of them, it's like they even can admit it. They're like, yeah, I'm totally just about money, or I'm totally just about sex, or whatever this superficial or bad habit, or I'm totally just about myself and what I want. But it's like, they don't want to do anything about it. And so, yeah, I just get this energy of like, I don't want to do anything about it. I just want to, whatever I feel like exploring with this romantic feelings, like whatever tickles my fancy, whatever I want to go towards is what I want to go towards. And yeah, this is a long cycle. Like from the Page of Wands to the World, I feel like this is even if they've either just started doing this stuff, or this is a long-standing issue that's going to take even longer to resolve. So I just see this being a very long journey for your for this person. And you know, I didn't say whether or not this is to a twin flame or anything. This is just like someone I feel like you've been romantic with or intimate with. I definitely get the feeling you've at least kissed this person. Whether or not you've like slept with them, that's at your discretion. But this is someone you've kissed. So if you've never kissed someone before, then let's just be real here. This reading's not for you. But if you have like kissed someone before, or had a relationship, obviously, then this is from that person. And I think whoever comes to mind when I say kiss, like whenever you think of X and kiss, I think that's who this person is, because you just, I see you already kind of know, because this person was just a player. And I feel like they kind of played with your feelings a lot. I get the energy here. They played with your feelings a lot. And honestly, it wasn't, part of it might have been intentional because they liked the game, but a lot of it wasn't intentional. They're on their path, like, and it's not a good one right now. And yeah, and I hear them saying, like, with you, I think honestly they didn't feel good enough for you with this Two of Cups. Like, I think your energy is a lot more light, a lot more, obviously you're on this pick a card, so there's something in you that is spiritual or into the occult. There's just like this, but I do feel like a lightness from your energy that really almost intimidates this person and pushes them down more their other path, because they don't want to deal with this stuff. I just keep getting someone who they don't want to deal with their problems. And that's their message to you, is that they will not. Yeah, I'm hearing I'm not going to be ready anytime soon. If you were hoping to get back together with this person, they still have a lot of things to learn, a lot of things to work through. So let's see, what are the messages from pile one's no contact separation? Okay, yeah, see, Taurus came out. I have. And we have blessings in reverse. You see what I mean? Like, they're chasing the wrong things. I just get chasing the wrong things, and they're addicted to the wrong things. I mean, this really could be anything, but because Taurus is coming out here, it does feel like it is either they're really about money, like just money, not even career maybe necessarily. No, I'm like, yeah, career's kind of, but they're not about their career, because career implies that they almost enjoy the work they're doing, or they want to be successful at something in particular. This person is just like, no, I want money. I want money. I don't care about the career. I don't care about, doing something fulfilling necessarily at this point in my life. I want money. And even if they do have a career, I'm hearing like that's just a guise or a friend. So even if they're not really passionate about anything but money, but it's like the wrong type of passionate. Same thing with this Grand Trine blessings in reverse. I still get the energy that they don't see what true blessings are. Like, their mindset, what they prioritize is all types of, I'm not even going to say wrong, it's a choice, but it's something that once they get it, if they even do get it, because, you go down this path chasing these wrong things, and a lot of times it's false leads and they don't even get what they wanted. But in the case that, let's say they do get it all, they'll find themselves right back at the beginning, like emptier than they felt before. It's not actually fulfilling. And I think they'll realize that you were a person in their life that was fulfilling. I wouldn't be surprised. Oof, yes, I'm getting shivers. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, years from now, even like a decade from now, this person randomly called you out of the blue, or randomly texted you, or showed up at your doorstep and just like profess their love for you, or just like said a bunch of things. And at that point, I feel like you're going to be at a different chapter in your life, obviously, but at that point, you're going to be like, what are you doing? And it's because they've either failed completely, right, at getting all these things, or for a good chunk of them, they might have gotten everything they wanted, but they didn't realize the price, and now they're emptier than ever. And so they're going back to something that fulfilled them, like actually fulfilled their soul, which was your relationship, or just you in general. Yeah. So they are, their message to you is, I mean, it's not their message to you. I'm going to be real with you. This is my message to you. Run, okay? Run. This is not the person to engage with. And I know when you get your feelings all wrapped up in them, which I think is something that happened with you, like romantic feelings. Your feelings might be wrapped up in this person, but they are just not the one. And it doesn't have to be, again, I'm hearing it doesn't have to be money. It could be girls. It could be cars, it could really be drugs, it could be alcohol, whatever their vice is. Like, they have a vice that they cling to very strongly. Could be their family's toxic ways, could be, whatever it is, but they really, I almost feel like I'm talking to, like, their future self. That's kind of like, I'm gonna chase all these things, and guess what? I'm gonna end up emptier than before, and then I'll be back. Like, it's almost like their future self already knows the path that their current self is on, but it's like they can't stop them. It's almost like this person's future self is watching themselves on tape go through all these things, and it's like they can't stop it. That's what I hear. Like, I can't stop current me, or, you know, past me from doing all this stuff, but I want to let you know, you know, future me who comes back at your doorstep, or I want you to know that, like, it's nothing. You were brilliant, you know. I'm hearing you were brilliant, you were beautiful. I had my priorities wrong. See, you and your loved ones are safe. Like, there was nothing wrong with you. And I think if this person ever made you feel that way, oh yeah, I'm feeling this, they want to apologize, because there was nothing wrong with you. Like, you being loving, you being kind, even you being, like, maybe emotional, or I think some of them might have called you controlling because you saw them doing things, you were trying to keep them on the right path, and so you might have tried to take away certain things from them or curb some of their things. And so they kind of rebelled against you. Yeah, they rebelled against you and made it seem like everything was your fault. Like, well, you're the one with the problem, or there's something wrong with you for like being with me, or there's something wrong with you for dealing with this. Or they just made you feel. I think they made you feel really crappy about yourself in a lot of ways, and they want to say, yeah, I'm hearing, like, I'm sorry. That wasn't, you and your loved ones are safe. Like, there was nothing wrong with you, and there's everything wrong with me right now, but the current them would not admit that. So, like, even if you hit them up and you're like, hey, are you okay? I feel like unless they get, like, really drunk, or, like, at a point where they're no longer consciously, like, their ego or their pride is no longer able to take charge, as if they would be the only point where they would admit it. But otherwise, this person they would not admit that. Like, they would not say, oh, you know, you were right. They're not going to say that. So what do you need to release in a time for healing? Yeah, I think this person wants you to move on, honestly. Because there's nothing they can offer you right now. And again, I do feel like the energy I'm feeling from this reading is that I am speaking to your person, whoever this no contact separation, this person who wants to get this message to you, this person's future self is the person I feel like I am talking to right now. And it doesn't matter if they get everything they wanted, and it doesn't matter if they get none of it and they end up miserable. Either way, they're going to want to come back to you at some point, because they're going to want to be fulfilled, actually fulfilled. And I think right now they're telling you, like, I'm hearing that Ariana Grande song, like, save your tears for another day, or save your tears for another, The Weekend, save your tears for another day. Like, and not save your tears for another day as in, like, keep dealing with them. It's like, don't waste your time on them right now. Like, their future self is like, yeah, I'm not the me that I'm at right now, that you're in separation with, or you haven't talked to, that me is not worth, I'm hearing not worth pursuing for you, because I'd honestly just drag you down with me. So I do feel that this person wants you to release them and heal. That's their message for you, because they think you deserve better. And honestly, like, they will be back. And it'll probably be at a point where you're fully healed, you've moved on, you might be married, you might be in a whole other relationship with your future spouse. Because this does feel karmic, but karmic in a vital way for your development. Or this could even have been a soulmate. Like, I don't know. I think you guys obviously connected on some level, which is why you were, like, you kissed or you were talking. Like, there was some connection here. I think it's a connection you almost feel like you can't shake, or like this might be your twin flame. I feel like you might think this is your twin flame. And, I'm not gonna, like, sit here and tell you this isn't, but I get the feeling, I get the feeling that this isn't your twin flame. This is just like a soulmate karmic, but it presents itself, like, it feels like the twin flame. So I'm hearing you might get similar feelings when you actually, if you believe in twin flames or into that, like, when you meet your twin flame, you might get similar feelings, but the difference will be it's reciprocated and it's filling. And the fact that this isn't reciprocated, or it's, like, not equal, means this isn't it. You know what I'm saying? But this person will come back, I feel like, in a long time. It might not be for a while. I do feel like it's not for a while, but they will come back around to, I think it'll kind of just validate you that you didn't do anything wrong, or that, like, you were okay to have done what you did, but they want you to release them and to just, time for healing. Like, focus on yourself, focus on healing yourself, on being complete without them, because you don't need them. You really don't need them. And I'm just hearing that, like, at this point, I would drag you down. So even if they do come back around, This is from Only Oracle. This is not from their cards, but I just want to say I feel like you should reject them. But again, I know I'm not supposed to insert myself in here, but I do have opinions. Even if I'm just reading the cards and their energy, I have opinions on it. And my personal opinion, not that you asked or that you care, is that this is not it, sis, bro, person, they, them. This is not it, okay? This is not the energy. Like, this is not the person to, I guess, like, waste more time on. Like, cry yourself to sleep over this. Do whatever you have to do to get through this, but this is not the person to put all that extra in. Like, you did what you... I feel like what's done is done with this no contact separation. Like, what's done is done. You did everything you could. I do get the energy for you that you put in a lot of work and effort. Like, you really tried to help this person. You really loved this person. You did what you could do. And that's, I think, what's hard to let go, is that, like, I put all this in, and what did I get out of it? And you'll get a lot more out of it the more you heal and you start to realize all the things about this relationship. But yeah, that is what I'm seeing. I hope that helped. I know this wasn't particularly cheery, but I hope it, like, validates it, because I do feel like this person wants to say this to you. There's a reason you clicked on this reading. There's a reason you picked this pile, and this person really wanted to get this message to you. I think maybe to help you move on. So yeah. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, comment down below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Maybe comment if this is relevant to your situation or irrelevant to your situation. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, hello, Pile 2. If you chose the Playfulness card, then this is your reading on no contact separation. What they want to say, like, basically this person's message to you. So again, I pre-pulled some cards. I will be shuffling some other ones on deck, but I have not even looked at these, so let's see. We have the Moon. Figured that would come up. The Hangman. Yo, I feel my ex's energy in this. I'm just playing. No, I'm not playing, but, like, you know, I get this energy. All right. Here we go. So we got the Moon upright, the Hangman, Justice, and the Queen of Wands in reverse. And then the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Let's get into this. All right. Right away, this is someone, more than likely for a lot of you, that you dated in childhood. Or if you did date in adulthood, it would be like young adulthood, between 20 to 24. If you've... I mean, obviously you have to have an ex or someone you've been in a fling / something with to be at this reading. So yeah, this is someone who, or even if you're older, I do feel like this was just a very, like, if you were to say what the relationship was like, if someone was to ask, like, oh, what was that relationship like? You'd be like, it was childish. Like, that would be your word for it. So whoever you think of when you think of the relationship and you think of, like, oh, that was childish. Like, that was just childish. That was what the whole thing. That's the person. So let's get into this. This person, the Moon card, mommy issues. So I think this person has kind of like Peter Pan syndrome. I get that here with the Hangman too, where they don't really want to grow up. And I do feel like they want me to read this up right now. All right, what is that? Oh, part of why they don't want to grow up. I got you. Okay, I had to reverse that to see what the message was. Part of the reason they don't want to grow up is because they feel like the world isn't really fair, or it wasn't fair to them when they were little. So, like, they don't want to really... I feel like they just don't really want to deal with the world in a mature manner. That's the word. That's what I'm getting. Like, they don't want to be an adult. This is someone maybe in the relationship you had to take care of them a lot. Like, you paid when you went out to eat, or you did all these things, and they just kind of, like... It's not that they were an F-boy, because that's not the energy I'm getting. They were just, like, they were childish. Like, that would be the word for it. They were just, like... They weren't a boss. Like, they weren't grown up. And this is the thing about it is... The lovely Queen of Wands here lets me know that they view you as being, the boss. Like, they view you as having had more authority in the relationship. Like, I'm hearing, like, oh, she or he or whoever they wore the pants in the relationship, you know? This is regardless of gender. This is just no contact situation. But the person you were dating didn't really want to grow up. And even if this was a girl, like, or a woman, this is the same thing. Like, just, yeah, I get same thing. Like, they don't want to grow up. They kind of had Peter Pan, forever a kid, like, not wanting to take responsibility for the things they did or the things they said and things like that. And I do feel like there's a lot of, like, them playing with your feelings, but not playing with your feelings, like, cheating on you. It's like playing on your feelings, like, making you think you were being unfair to them. Oh, I get it. Like, they were always the victim. That's what I'm getting. Like, this person had a kind of a victim complex where they were always the victim in whatever argument you were in or whatever you were doing. Like, you were the one being unfair. You were the one trying, to like take control of it. So like they had this image of you, but also with that, they view you, and I think they still view you because this card came up. They still view you as like being confident, as being authoritative, as being, I'm hearing sexy. Like, they view you as still being so attractive, even with this no contact separation. But I feel like they feel like they don't have any access to you. That's the problem. Like, they don't. I think this is someone you've cut off because of this because with this Peter Pan syndrome, I just get this is not a person who really necessarily would have like broken up with you formally. Like, they wouldn't be an adult and sit down and be like, hey, I have stuff to work through, or I'm not being mature about this, let's break up. This is someone who like slowly erode the relationship in childish ways. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like you know exactly what I'm saying if you're listening to this reading. You're like, yep, I know who this is. Child, like, again, the relationship was childish to who you are now, and I think even to who you were then. And so they feel like you're unfair with them, though. They're like, why? And it's like, why are you not giving me attention? Like, why are we not still dating? Or why are we not still talking? Or why won't you, like, let me have access to you? That's what I get. Like, why won't you let me have access to you? Your reason is your reason. I mean, that's none of their business. But I do feel this energy of them wanting to connect with you, especially like mentally. Like, I think they liked to talk to you. Like, they liked hearing what you had to say. Yeah, they liked hearing what you had to say. And you guys might have even connected in like the 5D. Like, I'm not saying whether or not this is a soulmate or whoever, but I even just get, they enjoyed your company. Like, that's what I get. I enjoyed your company. Like, I enjoyed your conversation. I enjoyed like flirting with you. I enjoyed just having you around, but I feel like you left this relationship because it was just too immature at some point. I don't know how deeply your emotions were in this relationship, but I do feel like at some point you were just kind of like, like, I'm done with that. You just kind of, they feel kind of discarded by you. That's also what I'm getting. So let's see. What do they want to say? Ooh. Yeah. This revolution card. Hang on. Let's get anything else. Is there anything else you want to say to Pio? Yeah. Okay, so I don't know who this person, and we have truth on the bottom of the deck. I don't know what you've been up to since you stopped talking to this person or how long it's even been, but I feel like they think your life is different. Like, your life is totally different than when it was dating them, or it's going to be. So I think I told you, this person views you as someone very, very successful, very capable. Yeah, they view you as like a capable, successful person, and yeah, I just get they view you with like fire energy. So I don't know if you have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius prominent in your chart somewhere, but I also get some air signs. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but they just view you as so, also grounded. Like, they just view you as very, I think motherly is the word too. Even if you're a male, like, you could take care of them. Like, you could take care of them. I feel like you could do it all. Like, you could take care of them financially. You could take care of them physically. I don't know what your sex game is, but I feel like with this Queen of Wands, this is, and the Six of Pentacles, that you're pretty good in bed. So, oof, yeah, I got tingles in my stomach for that one. So, you could take care of them sexually, you take care of them physically, you could take care of them mentally, you could take care of them emotionally. Like, you kind of have it all. And so, since you've broken up, I think they've realized that you're not who you were when you were dating them. Like, that person who either allowed them to have influence on your emotions, or who was like, I guess, more childish. Like, it seems like you kind of grew up, and that could be because, like I said, this could have been someone you dated when you were really young. It's like they don't have access to you. Like, they want access to you, but they don't have access to you, and you're just this whole different, more mature person now. You're this evolved person. I don't know if you might have moved or changed jobs or like done all these different things. And with this life purpose card coming up in reverse, it's like, I think they fear that you found your life purpose without them. Like, you don't really, again, you don't need them. And I think that's like one thing that attracts them to you, but also they hate it. Like, I'm hearing like, I hate it. Like, I hate that you don't need me, or that you don't even at this point want me necessarily. Or maybe you do want them, but you just decided you want some other things more. Like, you want your success more, you want to be happy more, whatever it is. Like, you have a good priority list, I think is what I'm also hearing. You have a good priority list. So what this person wants to say to you is that they honestly, they want you back. Like, that's the message. They want you back. They want you back in their life. They want you to allow you to come back into their life. And, yeah, I think they want like with this revolution, I feel like they want a second chance, and they want to show you that they've changed too. I don't know if they've actually changed. I'm just getting, this is, because again, this isn't a message, this isn't an objective message. This is just the message from them. So I feel like they think they've changed too, and that if you guys came together, like, you could make it work. I'm hearing like we could make it work. Yeah, my phone just rang. So they feel like with you guys could make it work now, but I don't know if you really want to give this person a second chance. I mean, that's totally your discretion, because this person seems like pile one is like they were doing all types of messed up stuff. This pile seems like it's more, again, the word I keep coming to mind is just like they're childish. Like they act like a kid, like how a kid doesn't get something they want and then like they pout, or I'm trying to think of other things that like just remind you of a kid, or like they're really playful, but it's like kids don't know really when to stop, or they didn't really have a filter in saying what they thought, and it was like they would say things that hurt you, but it's like they don't even register it hurting you because that's just the truth, or like that's whatever they're thinking at the moment, like kids don't really have an awareness. Yeah, I think like I get the energy that this person would love, like they would want a second chance, and they think that if you guys like worked some things out, I think they feel, I'm hearing like we have our issues, but we can make it work. Like, we have our problems, or we have things that didn't go well, but I feel like we could make it work. And yeah, they want a chance to like make those adjustments with you and see where it could go. Yeah, this person but I don't know, I get this thing that they have like mommy issues or daddy issues. Like they have issues with their parents and their upbringing that I don't even know that they've really dealt with yet. I mean, I don't know, this is coming from them, but yeah, like their relationship with their family, specifically their parents, most specifically their mother. And I hear my ladies nodding in the comments like, yeah, that man had some problems with his mommy. They have like the relationship with their mother is very complex. It's very nuanced, and it's not, again, if you don't have like not saying you have to have a great relationship with your parents to have a great relationship with someone, but it's like you know how you kind of like recreate they say like you date someone like your parents, or you recreate those wounds, and it's not like you marry that person necessarily, but sometimes you date people like your parents, or you do marry them if your parents are really great. I mean, if they're good role models, like if you have a really good father and a really good mother, I don't know why you wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like they are the like the symbol of a good relationship to you. So why wouldn't you want to recreate it if you could? I don't fault anyone for that if they have really good role models. But yeah, like they're role models. But if your parents aren't really good, or they're really flawed, it's like you can learn a lot about what you don't want, but you also like subconsciously that's all you've known. So I think in some ways there's like this weird attraction to those things. Anyway, I think that's an issue with this person. Like this person has a very weird relationship with their parents that needs to be worked out. Yeah, I'm being drawn to Scorpio, so I feel like the mom, like it's specifically the mother, but it could be the father too. That they got a complex relationship there that they got to work through. And then with communication, yeah, I feel like that is where they struggle. Like I just feel like they weren't able to be really honest with you in a lot of ways. Like again, with the childishness, they might have made a lot of jokes, or they kind of just like brushed things off. And I'm also hearing kind of like tried to sweep things under the rug, and that might have been something they watched from their parents. But it's like they didn't actually deal. Yeah, I feel this strongly. They didn't actually deal with the core issues of your relationship. And I feel like you tried to address them, because this was in reverse. Remember, this was facing that. Like you tried to face the truth of the problems in your relationship, but they just really didn't want to. I feel like they didn't want to deal with it. And so that might have been why you left, is like you had issues and you thought you could work through them too, but they weren't like putting in their end of the bargain. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't an equal, fair efforts putting in towards trying to improve the relationship. So you're like, okay, well then, like I'm going to find someone, because these scales keep coming back. So, like this was and they're in reverse in both times. Like this was a very unbalanced relationship. And I do feel like it was more on their side, because you see, both of these scales are in reverse and they're on the same side. On the other side, we have the sword, which represents truth. And I feel like this was you in the relationship. You were truthful. And then on the other side here, we have the hand being generous. So not only were you truthful, you were generous with this person. You tried to make allowances. Like, I feel like you did a lot to try and make this work. And this person did not appreciate that. Like, no, okay, that's wrong. They did appreciate it. They didn't know what to do with it. Like I said, they have a very they got some stuff to work through. But I do feel like the main message to you is that they want you back, and that they see you rising, and they see what a freaking like powerhouse star you are. That I'm hearing, I would be honored for you to let me back in your life. So that choice is yours, but that is their message to you. And I do feel like they do need to work. Like, you guys, the communication, something was off here. Like, there was just something that wasn't off here. Yeah, I just hear, like, give me a second chance. So that is their main thing to you. That is what they want you to know. I hope this, like, I don't know, if anything fluffs your ego, because I'm not even sure, like, I just keep getting this Queen of Wands energy for your energy. I'm not even sure you're interested in having this person back in any way, shape, or form, but it's just kind of like, I mean, you clicked on this reading, so you were at least curious enough to know what they thought. That is, they think very highly of you still. But I do think they think you're a little unfair at this point, not because you're actually being unfair, but just because they want access to you, and it's like, why aren't you giving it to me? Like, why are we, why are we not talking? Why are you cutting me off? Why are you, maybe you used to listen to songs about this person, or you used to pray for this person, and you kind of, it's not that you hate them and you wish ill, but it's like you kind of just stopped doing that. You're like, you stopped putting all your well wishes on something that felt like it was going down the drain. And I think this person feels that, like, your lack of energy towards them now. You're looking towards other things. I think you're looking for a more balanced relationship now with someone who is equally, I get like someone who is equally as generous as you are. So your next partner, if you're not obviously looking to reconcile with this person, would be someone who's as generous as you are. That's a big indicator for you. All right, but that's all I have for you, pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it cleared some things up. If it did, comment down below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, hello, pile number 3. If you chose the retreat card, then this is your reading. I pre-shuffled a few cards for you. You guys had 6. So we're just going to unveil these, and we'll see. King of Pentacles in reverse. 9 of Swords in reverse. I'm sorry. It's funny because I feel like I already know. Ace of Pentacles upright. 5 of Cups upright. 9 of Pentacles upright. And let's see if I can make this all fit. If I, like, put these really close. I can. And the 4 of, the 4 of Cups in reverse. So when I got this card, I automatically felt like this person ran away from you because they were kind of, like, scared of you. They were scared of the connection you guys had. This, I'm not gonna, like, say this is a twin flame, but this kind of has that energy where it's like the connection was so strong, it kind of scared them. And I do get the idea that this person did view you as marriage material, or they wanted to marry you, or you might have been, even if you're not like twin flames or whatever, and this person just in separation, or that you're not speaking to, or you're done with, you might have been engaged. So, like, there's this aspect of marriage that comes in very strongly, where it's like they wanted a contract with you, or you guys were meant to, like, make a contract together, but I feel like it didn't work out for some reason. So let's look at this. So we have the King of Pentacles in reverse, and I feel like this is yeah, I just feel like there's something here that screams to me scared energy. So actually, let's start with the 9 of Swords and move out from that. So the 9 of Swords, I feel like this person is very torn up over you guys not talking or not being together. Like, there's a huge sense of loss here. Yeah, because I'm being drawn to the 5 of Cups, which has come out like every reading, but this makes sense. This is a no separation. This is pretty much an ex reading, so I would imagine most exes are, a little sad about something not working out. I don't know if this person chased money inside of you, or, like, I feel like they either chose career or, like, themselves over you, and not in a bad way. Like, again, I get no toxic energy here, so this does not feel like a toxic person who you're not talking to. This just feels like something went wrong. Like, it's almost like the divine took you two apart, for a reason, like, for you guys to both, I do get with these pentacles coming up every other one, that there's something about you finding your own sense of stability and security within yourself that has to happen, or that needed to happen, which is why you guys are no longer together. Or this person just, like, feels like they have to have money to be with you, to, like, supply you the life you want. Like, this is the aspect of not feeling good enough for you, I think, is really what I'm getting here. Like, feeling, yeah, this person, okay, so this person's message to you is they don't feel good enough for you, but they want you. That's so apparent. Like, you're scary because they want you. You're like this prize. I don't know. And it's like, that's kind of scary to them. I think yeah, they have this love for you, this actual genuine love. This is definitely not kiddish how they view you. It's definitely rooted in stability, but it doesn't feel childlike or young. Like, this is a mature energy of whoever this ex is. So this ex of yours, or this person you're not talking to, this person who ran away or whatever it is, they're not immature. Yeah, I'm getting like they're not an immature person. They don't like play with people's feelings. Yeah. They don't like chase the newest fads or anything like that. Like, this is a very traditional, maybe old fashioned would be the word. And so I feel like because they are that way, they want to make sure they have things in line before they find a lover or present themselves to a lover. So, like, in the case of males, I'm just going to go the traditional kind of archetypes of this. It's like a male would have to have, money and like everything ready to supply a home, so that way he could have all that ready for his future wife. And then that's when you can, you get a wife and then you have the home for her and you have all these things. For a woman, it would be like, you want to make sure that you have your dowry ready, or that you have pretty dresses and all of these things that make you look really pretty, so that way you can be an ornament, I guess, on a man's arm. And I'm not saying that's what it is, okay? I'm not saying that's what this person views you, or if it's a girl like that, she thinks she just has to be pretty to be with you. But it's kind of that energy where, like, there's this traditional aspect of, like, looking good or having things not just appear to be a way, but actually be stable, that they have this viewpoint that if they don't have that, if they don't have the finances, if they don't look luxurious enough for you, or have the pretty hair done or the makeup, then they're not good enough for you. Yeah, I get the energy of someone who feels like they're not good enough for you. What is going on here with this? I did get a 6 card here for the 4 of Cups. It's the only one I am not quite feeling energy. What is clarifier? What's going on with the 4? Yeah. Okay, the Magician in reverse. Yeah, I feel like this is someone who is, they're not, okay, I feel like they're not as bad off as they think they are, but it's like they don't know how to, like, they don't know how to value themselves. They don't know how to see their own light. They don't know how to put parts of themselves together. I don't know. This is a very interesting person that I'm channeling for. It's like I feel like they can only focus on one thing at a time. Yes, I'm getting that. They can only focus on one thing at a time. So, like, if they're dating you, then that's where all their emotions are going. You know what I mean? Like, everything is going to be towards dating you and loving you. If they are, trying to, let's just see what's another element. If they have this vision, like this career they want, that's it. That's all they're thinking about is their career. This is a very, almost like one-track minded person. And so I think that's part of their thing that they have to work through, is like being able to juggle multiple things. This might have been someone who couldn't juggle your relationship with their other like commitments or the other things they wanted, and so they chose to let it go so they can focus on this one thing, and then I think like come back to you with a better offer. Is that your message? Yeah. Hang on, I'm listening. Yeah, this person, it's so interesting. This is so sweet. This person wants you to know that they said, I want them to know I love you. Like, I love you. I love you. Will you tell them that? Like, I love them. Yeah, they love you. It's just, so then, okay, let me just ask them why. Yeah, I hear them say it's not time yet. Like, there's some things that have to be worked out before it's time. And so, this may be someone you don't, obviously, I feel like this is someone who might have, it feels like cut you off or ghosted you, and you were kind of like, why? I thought we were great, or like, we were really vibing or something. It's like, why would you cut me off? And their message is that, like, they have their own things they're working on. And in fact, I feel like this is not someone who's like out there partying, or if this is, then this is not the pile for you, because I'm getting the energy of someone who's not out there partying. They're not like, messaging other girls or guys right now. They're really trying to work on themselves. Like, that's the energy. It's like, I want to work on myself or work on this thing that I want, like the security, to have things ready for you. This is someone preparing to come back around. And with this King of Pentacles, it's like they want to come back around with it all. They want to come back around with the money, with the stability, with the attractiveness. They want to come back and be able to offer you absolutely everything you can imagine. Yeah, all you can imagine and more. So but to do that, it's like they can't, because I told you, this is like a one-track minded person. They can't juggle it all at once. That's what I'm getting. They cannot juggle, your relationship, work, trying to develop themselves, like intellectually trying to grow and emotionally being fulfilled. Like, they can't do it all. And I think that's very wise of this person to know their limits, to know what they're capable of, what they can handle and what they can't. And it seems like they're very clear on that. Like, they know themselves pretty well. I just get such a stable person. Like, this is a pretty cool person, like ex or person that you've met that you're inquiring about. So let's see. What is your message? Yeah, see, with the Sun card, the Spirit, it's like they have to feel like it's the right thing to do. I think this is someone who also has their own moral compass that they follow very closely. And I think what they're like, how do I put this? They want to come to you, but it's like they have to get their own stuff together. And I think they're very clear about that. And they're very clear about what they can and can't handle. And I think that's again, I feel wisdom from this, because it's like they're not going to chase you and try and make you work, like try and juggle dating you with their career, because then they might snap at you, or then you might get to see a really awful side of them. And not that you're not willing to see that side, but it's not even that they're not willing to show you. It's that they don't want you to have to deal with that. Yeah, I don't want you to have to deal with all of my problems. Like, let me deal with them, and then I will come to you ready. Which is really, like, sweet of this person. And with this 11th house friends in reverse, yeah, I think they're trying to tell you, like, they're not, first of all, they don't want to be friends. I hear that. Like, I don't want to be friends with you. Like, that's not their goal. This person is very clear that they want to marry, like, your marriage material. They're who you want to, they want you to be, like, their life partner. So this person thinks of you as marriage material, but also that, like, they're pulling away from their friends too. Like, this person is very much going into isolation. I get isolation heavy. And it's kind of like you're with them. I don't know if you're, like, spiritually connected, but it's like you're their, it's almost like you walk with them in the 5D or spiritually as they do this. They don't feel alone, but they just have stuff to work on. I honestly feel like this is someone, I'm not trying to predict the future, and if this is like, but this just seems like a really decent person that I'm inquiring about, that, like, if you did get back together, it wouldn't be bad. It's just that it's like, I told you, I heard it's not the time. Like, now it's just not the time for you guys. And that's why with this particular person, it didn't work out. I do get that this person could be older than you. It's just a more mature, yeah. You see, nothing's, even if you just started talking and then this person ghosted you, because I get that vibe, or, like, you were dating for a little bit and then they just kind of pulled away. It's like, nothing is going to happen right now because they've retreated into themselves. Like, I think seeing you, they saw everything, they've seen what they wanted, and now they just are, like, now they're like, okay, I know I want this person. I know I want to date them. Now I have to do the work to get them. Now I have to, take care of myself, eat healthy. Now I have to work on getting my money and my finances correct. Now I have to get the house ready. Like, they're basically prepping to come back. Yeah, and to deal with their own issues of, like, self-worth. And I think that's a big thing here, is, like, not feeling like they're good enough. They want to feel good enough for you. I just keep getting this energy. They want to feel good enough for you. And so that's their message for you, is that it's literally nothing to do with you. In fact, you're the inspiration for me to get my life together. But they're just not in a position right now to welcome you because they're working on themselves. Anything else I am seeing? Yeah, and then with their issues of self-worth, this could be, I do get strong earth sign energy, so this could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or that could be their Venus, because that also has, like, the same energy, that Venus, and anything else, they have to work on themselves. Like, that's what I'm getting, and once they get that together, they'll be back with a very solid offer. Like, this isn't someone who's going to come back, in the middle of the night, like with their shoes off, looking homeless, or just hit you up because they want to bang. Like, no, this is someone who's going to come back and be like, I built myself, like, let's date. And I do get the feeling even if they came back, they wouldn't, this is not a person to come on heavy, like, oh, I'm back, like, marry me now. They're not demanding. They're like, okay, I'm back. Like, would you want to go on a date? And from there, they would kind of like build with you. So, I do get the energy. I'll just say it, like, for me, this is me interjecting, okay? This is the only oracle, this is not the reading. I do get the feeling that this could be someone worth waiting for, or worth like giving a second chance to, in terms of how they are as a person. Like, they seem like a very, I do get like, this is a very good person. This is a good person. And honestly, for this pile, I honestly almost feel like I know this is no contact separation, so this should be someone you know, but this could be, I get kind of the energy of maybe this is even someone you don't know or you haven't met. I don't know why I get this, like, you've been together on the 5D or something, or like, this could be you've clicked on this reading, but you don't even have an ex, But maybe this is like someone who, has like seen your profile picture if you're online, or like saw you somewhere. It's like something about this is for some of you, this is an ex, but for a lot of you, this is like someone you don't even, I'm getting you might not even know. Is that true? Yeah, I'm getting like you might not even know this person, but they know you. This person knows you, but you may not even know this person. So this is an interesting reading for no contact separation. This feels almost like, which is fine, because like I like these readings too. I don't ever want to miss a reading, and this almost feels like someone who, when you click on this reading, like you don't even have an ex or anybody, but you just clicked on this reading, and it's like this is someone you haven't even met, or you don't know, or you've been like asking about, and that was their message to you. Yeah. So take that how you will. If this is an ex, take that. But if this is just like someone you've, known in a past life or dated in a past life or something, you just clicked on this reading, that's the energy I'm getting. So that's all I have for you, pile 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, comment down below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Okay, hello, pile 4. If you chose the heart-to-heart conversations card, and this is going to be a reading from your person in no contact separation, this is what they want to say. So I pre-shuffled the cards. I'm just going to lay them out. We have the 5 of Wands in reverse, the 3 of Swords upright, Justice upright, Temperance, and the 2 of Wands. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, pile 4, this is not looking too hot. Let's get into this. I feel like this person is angry with you. I don't know what you did. I don't know how the relationship went, but I just get an anger. Like, they're not happy with you right now. I don't know. They're not happy with you right now. I don't know if you were the cheater in this relationship, which I doubt. I mean, most people who watch my thing are very, like, I like to think you guys are kind and generous people, but maybe that's just me trying to, feel good that, like, people who watch these videos are decent people. But I just get the energy of this person being very angry at you. And I think it's because you broke their heart. Yeah, I'm hearing you broke my heart. And I don't know, they might have broken up with you still, or I don't know how the relationship ended, or even what happened. Or even if it might not have even been a relationship. Because I get, like, this isn't, well, let's see. Was it okay, this was a relationship. So for this pile, you were in a relationship. Like, you were in you were at least, like, using the title boyfriend, girlfriend. And I don't know if you left this person or something happened, but they are, I get they're angry with you. Like, you broke my heart. And I think they feel kind of used by you in some way. And I think they've moved on. They moved on, and they're trying to find more balance in there. I'm getting this view, again, this is their viewpoint, so this doesn't mean, I want to stress and emphasize that this doesn't mean this is the objective truth, okay? This is just from their viewpoint, because right now I'm tapped into their energy. This is what they want to say to you, not necessarily what's true. So keep that in mind as I go through this reading, because I may say some things that kind of are like, bish what? Like, what did you just say to me? Okay? I am tapping into their energy. This is not me saying this. This is their energy. Very important here. But they're angry with you. They feel like you broke their heart. They feel like you played them. I feel like they felt I don't know how attractive you are. You must be, because I feel like they felt like a lot of people wanted you, and you either entertained them or you like you let people fawn over you, or like you let certain things happen or certain situations happen, and they're angry at you for it. Like, straight up, this person is not happy with you. Like, that's their message. I honestly almost feel like it's like, stop asking about me, which is weird because that's not normally, like, this is what they want to say, but this is the reading. This is what's coming through. I'm sorry if it's unfortunate. If it doesn't resonate, just go to another pile or click off of this video right now, okay? That was very fast, but I want you to know. So yeah, they're trying to move on. Like, I think they're trying to find more balance in their emotions after everything with your relationship or everything that happened. And I think they have plans to travel or like see the world, or just to like broaden their perspective, and they kind of want you to leave them alone. Like, I got that with this initial card, which is very different, that you would want someone like, but this person, yeah, they feel betrayed by you. They felt like you were a liar and you were tricksy. Now, again, I'm going to keep saying this throughout the reading because I feel like you're not going to understand. This is what they think. This doesn't have to be true. You could have done absolutely nothing wrong in this relationship. Yeah, you could have done absolutely nothing wrong in this relationship, but they thought you cheated or suspected you of cheating. Like, this is not necessarily truth, okay? I think that's something to keep in mind. This isn't truth. This is their energy. This is what they think. And so they are upset with you. They're angry with you. They think you played them. They think you tricked them. I feel like this kind of feels like they think you cheated on them. I don't know if you did, but they kind of feel like you played them, like you tricked them or you betrayed them in some way. They're very angry. They're like, don't ask about me. Don't, yeah, like, they don't even want, it's not that they don't want me in their energy. They're like, yeah, come in because I want them, I want pile 4 to know, like, step off, like, leave me alone. Like, you did what you did. I don't even know if you did anything, but again, I'm just hearing their energy. You did what you did and it's done. So they're not, they are not happy. What is the message from, yeah. Oh my gosh, I got that last pile too. Yeah, you got a fire under them for sure. And I feel like they're trying, I feel their energy is like they're trying to get back to who they were before they started dating you. I don't know if this was a long-term relationship that just like eroded, and I don't even know. Like, I have no idea where this is coming from, but I just know this person, and they're not even letting me know. They're like, it's not even your business. Just give them this message. They're finally getting their spirit back. Like, they're finally starting to, I think, feel confident again, and I think they are finding their life's purpose. Like, they're starting to evolve, and they don't want to be dragged back into, I'm hearing, your mess. Like, don't drag me back into your mess. And I don't even know, again, this is their thoughts, and if this does not resonate, click out of the reading, please, because it's like, this is their thoughts. But if it is resonating, you're like, I don't know why they'd be pissed, but I could see them being pissed because maybe they're unreasonable or something. Yeah, they're not happy, and I feel like they feel like they were in the right in this relationship. They feel like they didn't do wrong. Yeah, wow. This is very different than the last 3 piles. They feel like they didn't do wrong. They feel like you were the one who broke their heart. That's what I'm hearing. Like, whether or not they were the ones to break up with you, you were the one. Yeah, I'm hearing like, whether or not I broke up with you or you broke up with me or we broke up mutually, you were the one to break my heart. That's what it was. You broke my heart. And they're like, I'm hearing them say, like, I'm finally getting back to me. Like, I'm finally, working on myself. I'm finally getting towards my life purpose. I'm finally, like, feeling like myself again. I have all these plans in the works. I'm more balanced now. And like, you're trying to have access to me, or you're trying to get around to me, and I don't like it. So, like, step off. That's their message. Like, step off. Woo! This person is a firecracker, yo. They're not playing. Okay, the message. Yeah, they don't want you, like, I don't know how your relationship went, because this is definitely someone you were in a relationship with, but it's like, I don't think this is something else. I don't think they want to be angry at you. Yeah, like, they don't want to be angry at you. I'm hearing, I just want to be done. Like, let's just be done. That's it. Let's stop, let's stop trying to channel each other. Let's stop doing pick cards about each other. Let's stop trying to reconcile this or make this something. Like, let's just be done. Let's be done. And I think for the longest time, they thought they could never get over you. I do get that energy to believe in the impossible. Like, I think for the longest time, they really thought you were the one. They really thought this was it. And they didn't think they would ever be able to really move on. Like, I feel like they were very stuck on you. So now that I feel like now that they felt stuck on you. And so when they finally moved on, they finally are getting their life. They're getting more balanced. They're planning their future. It's like, what are you trying to come back around for? Or what are you trying to like channel me for? Or what are you trying to get into my energy for? You know, that's their energy. It's like, what do you want from me? Like, I'm hearing I don't have anything to give to you. I don't want to give anything to you. The only thing I want is to like release this negative stuff. Like, I don't even think they really want to be angry. Some of them do. Some of them do. Some of them are like, I'm justifiably angry. But others of them are like, I don't want to be angry. I just don't want to deal with this. Like, I don't want to deal with the negativity. I don't want to deal with all this crap. I just want to move on with my life. That's the energy I get. This person just wants to move on with their life. It's not the cheeriest reading, but, you know, it'd be like that sometimes. Do they have anything nice to say? Do you have anything nice to say? Okay, they do say thank you. So, I'm not even going to say the rest, but they say thank you. Like, I think they, yeah, I think they're grateful for everything that you guys went through together. Like, I don't feel like they hate you for it. Yeah. Do they? Yeah. Okay. It's split. I'm not going to lie. Some of them kind of hate you because I'm hearing I hate you because I still love you. And that's the problem. But others of them, they don't hate you. They just are done dealing with you. And I think they saw the potential in this relationship. Like I said, it was a cycle. It was like a growth thing for, I think, both of you. But this person is just, I'm not going to lie. They're a little bitter. They're a little bitter. You know what? They're not a little bitter. They're a lot bitter. They're very bitter about how the relationship went. Like, I feel like this relationship to them was like a gray cloud that kind of messed their stuff up. To them, again, this isn't truth. I want to stress this once again. It's not truth. It is just how this person views it. But this person views it like a gray cloud that kind of messed up their shiznits. Sorry, trying not to curse. Messed up their stuff, and now they're like, I'm in this brighter tomorrow. Like, I'm by this daylight. I'm so much happier, and I don't want to go back to this. They don't want to go back to this. Yeah, I feel like that's the truth. The truth of it is they don't want to go back to it. But some of them, I think you're familiar to them, obviously, so they kind of are like, or they see potential still in the relationship that they could be tempted to go back, but they don't really want to go back. They want to move forward. So yeah, that's really the energy I'm getting here, is someone who is done with the relationship, done with you. Is there any other messages you're getting right now? Anything else you want to say to pile number 4? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, there's one more message. They said, I miss you. So despite everything, despite the anger, I think this person did really like you, or at the very least, they enjoyed you. They enjoyed your company. They enjoyed, they might have even enjoyed like some of the bickering, the light bickering. And so I think a part of them still does miss you. But again, the overarching energy here is like, let's be done. Let's be done with this. Like, let's move on with our lives. I'm hearing date different people. Like, we're done. Like, this is done. I'm getting my spirit back. I'm done with this. But they did miss you. Is there any other? I want to get a few more positive messages, because this was a very harsh reading, you know. So I'd rather get a few positive. Any other positive things? Okay, and then their other message is that you were brilliant. Like, I think they found you. Oof, yeah, I'm getting shivers. They found you very shining. Like, they found you very bright. I think they thought you were just this amazing thing, and it has. And for some of them, it's changed, but for a lot of them, it hasn't. For a lot, okay, for a lot of them, not all of them, some of them that's changed because they're still angry or whatever. But for a lot of them, that thought hasn't changed, that you're like brilliant and talented and beautiful. But they just don't want to be involved anymore. Yeah, I keep getting this energy of like, I don't want to be involved anymore. Like, I don't want to be involved with you. I don't want to be a part of your life. I don't want to do anything with this. Like, this is done. It's done with. There's no, and I think the reason they want to say this is because like they want to get this through to you. And if you're not talking, it's like you may have tried to reach this person, or you may think about them a lot, or they may think about you a lot, but they really want you to know it's like, I'm done with this. Like, I'm done. We need to move on. I hear that. We need to move on, both of us. Like, you and me. We both need to move on. And I'm hearing, and you clinging to me, or you clinging to the idea of me, or whatever this is holding both of us back. So the sooner, like, releasing, the sooner you release them, they can also release you, which is what they've been trying to do. Yeah. And I just want to put out here that, like, if you believe this person is your soulmate, your future spouse, or whatever, like, whatever you believe this person to be, I don't know. I get the feeling that you're kind of not seeing them clearly. Like, you're not really seeing them accurately. It's not that they're actually an awful person, but it's like you're not seeing them truthfully to who they really are. And I think they want you to know that. Is that, yeah, they're like, yeah, you don't see me how I really am. Like you're if this is someone you want back, you don't you don't see who they really are, and that's like the problem. That's why I'm hearing them say that's why this relationship didn't work, is because you didn't actually truthfully see me. Wow. That's an energy. But yeah. Is there anything else? Yeah, and I think I hear them say, like, open your eyes. Like, really? Okay, real quick before I end this reading, I think they want you to actually look back on the relationship, like, and I'm hearing specifically, like, not through rose-colored lens. Like, don't look back at our relationship and just look at all the happy times that we might have done things that we really love. Like, look at all the moments. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling this strongly. They're saying look at all the moments in between. So in between those, you might have had, like, moments or pockets of really happy moments, but look at all the moments in between. And they're asking you to open your eyes. They're like, what do you see? Whoa, this person has very strong justice energy. So I mean, they're a little angry, and like, I don't know if their anger is quite righteous, but they're trying to be truthful with you. Like, I don't think this is not the energy of someone who wants to play you anymore, or like play with your emotions. Yeah, there's like none of that. They don't want to play with you at all. Like, they're trying to be truthful with you. And so they ask you to look at those moments in between, those really happy moments. Look the moments in between. What was really going on? Because I think they're saying you did not see, this is from this person again, this is how they view it. You didn't see what they saw. You didn't see the relationship they did. The way they did. You didn't view things the way they did. And I think they want you to open your eyes and, like, it's not even to see it through their lens, but see it truthfully through your own. Yeah. Because I think they want to see your spirit restored too. I think this person still has they do still have a lot of, yeah, they have a lot of good wishes for you. Like, they wish you well. Like, this is not a person who's broken up with you and is like, screw you. They're like, I wish you well, but I'm done. So they wish you well, and they do wish that you'll kind of open your eyes and see the truth of the relationship, that it wasn't what you thought it was. Yeah. Okay, that's all I'm seeing for you, pile number 4. I'm sorry if this reading was not cheery and it was a little bit, like, hard to hear. You know, I just do the messages as they come in, and that's the message from this individual. So that's all I have for you. I hope I mean, I don't even know if you enjoyed this reading because it was hard to give, but if you understand what this person is saying, or you understand what I'm saying, please put it in the comments. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.